Okay, so this first one asks us for the intervals where the graph is positive and where the graph is negative. Okay, so if we do positive in green, right, that's going to be everything above the x-axis. Okay, and so we're asking for the intervals where the graph is above the x-axis. All right, so I'm also kind of highlight that in green right here. So that's from like negative infinity. All right, it's coming in. And we're only caring about right here, guys. We only care about for intervals. We only care about those numbers on the x-axis. Okay, so when does my graph stop being positive? Well, right here, it looks like it stops being positive. So we're going to be from negative infinity up until that point is -3. Okay, and then the graph becomes negative. It goes below the x-axis. All right, goes below the x-axis right here. And then it becomes positive again at this point, which is +3. And then it's positive after that. So all the way from +3 all the way until infinity. So we're going to union those two, +3 all the way to infinity. Okay, 12 asks you on what intervals is the graph negative. So let's highlight that in red. So that's below the x-axis would be our negative values. All right, and those are just from that -3, all right, all the way until the +3 right there. So -3 to +3, those are the intervals for positive and negative. Okay, let's skip on down to our other graph that we had on this, which was constant, increasing, and decreasing. Okay, so the increasing is going to be when the graph is going up. All right, so I'm going to do this. Let's do increasing first. All right, so when my graph is going up from left to right, so that's going to be pretty much everything over here. Okay, and again, we're only concerned about the x values when the graph is increasing. So that's going from negative infinity all the way over here, going all the way up until x gets to -1 right there. So that's what we're going to write. My graph is increasing from negative infinity all the way until -1. And that's the only times that it's increasing. Okay? Then we're going to look at when it's decreasing. Okay, I'm going to come back to constant last. So it's decreasing. Do that in pink right here. All right? At this point, it starts going down. And it goes down forever in the positive direction. So where does it start? That starts at +3, and then it goes until infinity. So our decreasing portion of the graph is from 3 all the way up until infinity. Okay, that's the decreasing portion. Now we're looking at the constant portion of the graph. Well, that's right here when it's flat or has no slope. So we're looking at what those x values are. Well, that's from -1. Right there is -1 all the way up until 3. So we're really only caring about that section of graph. So it's from -1